can feel it in the air. It's getting colder, but yet so warm. Before we know it, it's Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve. This year, I'ma give me something special. It doesn't cost a dime, but it's precious.
Hey guys, and welcome back. I told you all in the last video that I thought the garland made out of like the ball ornaments was so pretty. So I really wanted to try that for my fireplace. I thought that if I could kind of match it up with the tall, pretty tree, like those colors, that it might look good. I really didn't want a garland or anything on my mantle because I was like, I can't put anything up there if I do that. And then I thought, that's a great idea. I don't need to put anything up here because it has become a catch-all spot. So while cleaning this mantle off, I found screws, nails, thumbtacks. I found hair ties, Kennedy's social security card, 2 sets of pearl earrings, and that's all I can remember right off the bat. But yeah, it's a catch-all. You can't really tell because it's little stuff, but we're bad to lay little things up there. Like a lot of times if I'm editing and I pull my memory card out of my laptop, I'll throw it up there and it's just not the place. So anyway, I thought that's perfect. If I can't put anything up there, it's not going to hurt anything. We have so many catch-all spots in this house. Anyway, I went to Hobby Lobby last night and then I went to the Dollar Tree and got some ornaments. And honestly, I wish I'd went to the Dollar Tree first because our Dollar Tree had all kinds of things. I was like, oh my gosh, they've stepped it up. So I found the Berenstain Bears. If you guys remember, if you've been around a while, I bought Lakely those when Lexi was pregnant, the bigger ones, and I ordered those off Amazon and they are so cute. But I found those little ones for $1.25 each. And then I found so many ornaments and they had all kinds of things. I was shocked. I haven't been in there in a good 6 months probably. So, if you go all the time, you probably know. But anyway, at least at Hobby Lobby, I could match my colors up because that's where I got the ornaments that's on the tree now. But stick around and see how this turns out.
I got nothing on my Christmas list but you.
I pulled this big tote from the garage. It was empty, so I just used that to put all of the balls in. I tried to separate them out so that I'd have like one color on one side, one on the other, so I could see what colors I had, what I was working with, and just so they would be out of the package, just easy to grab. I also bought those lots to string throughout the garland, but you'll see what I use those for in just a little bit.
We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love.
So while I was looking into these, like how to make them, looking at tutorials, all this stuff, there's so many different ways. You can use balls that are all the same size, same color, whatever. You can mix your colors up, of course, or you can use different size balls and different colors, textures, glitter, shiny, matte, all that. So I wanted one that was just all different. I wanted to match my big tree, like I said earlier. So I got all these different sizes and textures and all that. And I got teeny tiny ones and I got big ones. So the biggest ones I found at the Dollar Tree. And when I picked those up, I was like, oh, those might be too big. And even when I was making this, I was like, I think that might be too big. Those balls may be pushing it. I actually did walk over to the mantle and I laid it up there once I got one of the big balls on there just to make sure it was going to not be too big. And it seemed to be fine, so I just went ahead and went with it. So I just mixed it up. Big, little, big, medium, little, just no rhyme or reason. Just tried to mix colors up, mix sizes up, and just put it on this piece of wire. So this is just wire from the craft section at Hobby Lobby. And I just put one ornament on there and then I bent the wire so it couldn't come off, and I just started threading them through. I thought it would be a good idea to pop the lids off these balls and hot glue them so that they wouldn't fall off, because you know how those balls are, they fall off easily. And then I was like, that would take me until Christmas, so I just went ahead and started threading them through. I did lose a couple and I glued those back on, the ones that did fall off, but I didn't really have that much of a problem. And honestly, the balls that came off were from Hobby Lobby, not Dollar Tree. So that was surprising too. This didn't take me probably 15 minutes to thread all of these balls on here. I thought it would take a while and it just went so fast. So it doesn't really take a lot of time. And after I got to thinking about it, it would be a really cool project to do with your kids. Like, let them thread them through. You know how kids like to do things like that. Make things like this. It reminded me of like making a popcorn garland or something when you were in school, when you were younger. Let me know if you guys ever made something like that in school. But this was super easy. Didn't take a whole lot of time and didn't take as many balls as I thought it would.
Jolly old Saint Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm gonna say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Now you dear old man, whisper what you'll bring to me. Tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black, with your pack you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one, you'll be sure to know.
So in the beginning, you've seen Heather held one end of the wire. I held the other end, and I kind of measured that way. I didn't really use a tape measure. I knew this mantle was 6 feet long, I think. We built this. It's just a floating mantle, and I think it was 6 feet. When I was looking at the tutorials, I seen some that hang all the way down to the ground on both sides, or maybe like a foot or two, but I just wanted mine to just lay up top, not really hang over. And one thing I did mess up on is that, well, not really mess up, but I made mine like too tight, like packed with ornaments. So when I laid it up here and I went to kind of move those balls around just for placement, you know, where I thought they looked good, it was so tight that it wouldn't budge. So I unfolded the wire on the end. I left some slack in it. So I just undid those and I loosened the balls up a little bit and then bent that wire back around the end, the ornament on the end. That gave me a little more play. That way I could kind of move those around. But I forgot to put the lights in. So I thought it would be pretty if it was kind of lit up, and that's just battery operated lights from Hobby Lobby. When I went to put it through there, I was like, oh man, I've got these balls where I want them and it's going to mess it up. And so I just didn't do it. So what I ended up doing with it is I put it up under the mantle, and that looks so good at night. You'll see at the end, I give y'all an overview. And it's dark and everything's lit up and it's really pretty. I would have never really thought of that, but as I was trying to work it through the garland, it fell. And when I pulled it up, it kind of pulled up under the mantle, and I was like, oh, that looks kind of neat like that. So that's what gave me the idea. It's not like I came up with that or thought it through or anything. That's just how it ended up, and it ended up really neat. It would be neat just to leave it there all year, really. But I had a lot of balls left over, so I had picked up one of these rings at the Dollar Tree. It was $1.25. I had just picked that up just for a craft if I had extra balls or just a ribbon wreath or something. So I did have a lot of extra balls, and I actually put some on our tree because I had some holes because our cat knocks all our ornaments out and then they just get stuck back up there in a random spot, so they get like all bunched up and then there's holes. So I did fill some holes with some of these ornaments, but then I thought I would make a wreath, like a ball wreath. And I really don't know what I'm going to do with this. I thought about hanging it above the TV, and then you'll see I hold it in a couple different spots, but y'all can let me know what you think I should do with it. I don't really want to put it on my front door because outside our lights are like the bulb theme and it's all different colors, so the color really wouldn't go. But it did turn out pretty. So with this wreath, Like, I started with this little cluster here, and I just did this just to see what it would look like. Just, from big to small, just filling holes, bunching it up, making clusters. So after I did this, I thought it's going to be easier to go all the way around with big and then fill in from there. So the big balls that I went all the way around with, that I started with, I actually tied to this wreath with wire. So after that, I used hot glue because there was just no threading it through, and it would have been a headache. So I just used hot glue and glued those in, the little filler pieces. But I did anchor the big ones just for an anchor, really, just to hold it in place to give it a stable foundation. This turned out cute as well. I will say I probably put too many small balls in one spot and maybe not enough in another spot. And I thought about going back and getting some more little ones just to fill in the spots that has like a little bitty hole or a gap. And I may still do that. I don't know. I just don't want it to be like overkill, but at the same time, it just needs something. I don't know. If somebody else had made this wreath, I would be like, oh, that is so pretty. But when you make it yourself, you find all of your flaws, I feel like that with cooking too. If somebody else makes it so good and I can make it the same way and it doesn't taste the same, yeah, that kind of thing. But it does turn out cute just to be extra leftover balls. I really bought too many. But when you're buying in a pack like that and you need different colors, you can't buy smaller packs really. So it is what it is, but I put them to good use anyway.
You and me decorating a tree from this Christmas side, from this Christmas side. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel. La 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us. Fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. Fa la 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 la.
So you'll have to let me know, are you all crafty like this? Would you ever attempt to do something like this? I say that I'm not crafty, but Flash's camper is pretty neat. So I think I did pretty good on that one. But I do enjoy doing things like this if I have time. If I'm rushed, I'll get stressed easily. And a lot of times I'll get irritable. Like things like this, after a while, I'll just get like pretty cranky. So everyone was in the bed on this night, thankfully. So nobody had to hear my, griping or being snappy or anything. But this was like 1 o'clock in the morning. And you'll see that I finished it the next day. I even slept in the clothes I have on. So the next morning when I finish this, you'll see that I still have these clothes on. Still have the same hair, same makeup. Sorry, guys, but it is what it is. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it was all in one day. But I started about 9 o'clock. We went to Hobby Lobby, I guess, around 7:30, and I shut the place down. I think I was like the last one to check out. Then I went to the Dollar Tree, and it was probably about 9:30 or 10 o'clock when I started the garland for the fireplace. And when I finished with this, or when I stopped, it was like 1 o'clock. So I was tired and I just wanted to go to bed. So I just finished the next morning. And sometimes that's just how it is. You don't have to do it all in one day. But I did have this glue gun on low. I wanted to tell you guys that. I was afraid it might melt some of these. If it was on high, and I don't know, maybe it would have been fine, but low worked fine too. And then it's not as hot and runny, and you don't have to worry about standing there holding the balls in place forever and ever before that glue sets up. So I did use the glue gun on low.
Darling, look at you and
had not watched any videos on how to make wreaths like this. So if you know what you're doing, you're probably cringing at how I'm doing this, because I kept spreading out and getting bigger and bigger with it. So you could go as small or as big as you wanted to, really, but I kept adding ornaments to the outside of it, and I really got it too big. I should have just stuck with, maybe 2 or 3 rows of balls. So it is a little overkill, but that's how my whole house is. I feel like I was on the phone with my mom yesterday as I was finishing this up, and she was talking about putting her Christmas stuff up. So I told her I would come out there this weekend and help her get her tree up and some different things. And she said she would like to have the garland like that on her fireplace. So I don't know if we'll end up doing that or not, but if we do, I'll bring y'all along for it and show you. My mom is one of those that will not, never put her Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. And I loved Christmas. I loved a Christmas tree. I always begged her to put it up, and she would not. Like, Thanksgiving is her favorite holiday. She loves Thanksgiving, and she does not think Christmas should take the spotlight off of Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, have at it. But anyway, she, the last couple of years, has let me put her tree up before Thanksgiving. She's loosening up a little bit. I think it's a lot of work, actually, just to have it up for 2 or 3 weeks. So I do put mine up early, and not necessarily just for YouTube. I've always done it. I remember one year putting it up before Halloween. So I just love it. I love Christmas, but our house is overkill, like I said. So this wreath is going to fit right in. Everywhere I look, it's like Christmas threw up in my house, and I love it. But I will say that after Christmas, usually it all comes down because I'm so tired of it. And then the house looks so big and so empty, but it's like a clean slate all over again. So that's kind of cool. But I'm thinking about simplifying just our normal decor a little bit after Christmas, just having the minimum out. And I'm not big on decorating really throughout the year. You guys know that if you've been with me a while. I'll put a few fall things out, but I'm just not a big decorator. I don't care. Like, I'll fill a space if it needs to be filled, and then it'll be there for years because I don't change it up. I just think it's wasting money, kinda. I don't know. I feel like I've spent my money on that decor, so I don't want to just take it and give it away or put it in a tote. I did go through some of my fall things and give Lexi some things, and then even as I was taking some things down so I could decorate for Christmas, I gave Lexi some things. So I am going to try to simplify a little bit, but I hold this up in several different places. But my dilemma is, over a doorway, it's cute. Back in the hallway, it's kind of out of the way. I guess it's kind of cute back there. But the way our ceilings are vaulted, I feel like if I don't put it center with a peak somewhere, it doesn't look right. Thought about putting it over this closet door right here, this hall closet. Thought about putting it over my TV. I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do with this wreath. It may be hung in the garage. I don't know. But I do kind of like it back going into Heather's room. I think it's kind of cute there. And Mom was like, you can't see it though. And I was like, well, it's kind of overkill, so it's really a good spot for it. It kind of, takes some of the attention off of it being so full and big. But I think it turned out really good. I think it's really, really pretty. The fireplace especially. I'm loving the mantle. I'm loving these ornaments. I think it is so pretty. And the best part is, when I take this down, my mantle is going to be cleaned off. And I don't even know if I want anything back on it. I'm over all of the clutter. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you decide to do something like this, send me pictures on Instagram or Facebook. Let me know. I want to see. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Jesus loves you. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Some changing, oh God, there is something more than this. You can have all the world. I wanna be a shining light, live a life that shows through the darkness, the fire burning in the night, be a hope for the world so broken. A friend to the lonely, the joy that he showed me. Make the broken things new. Yeah, the only hope for you and I. Yeah. I wanna have the heart of Jesus. Keep my windows open. I hear the cries of the